Hello everyone and welcome back to a Gran Turismo time trial where your eyes are not deceiving you. We're in a Toyota GT1. This is a brand new car in Gran Turismo 7. If you haven't already checked out the patch video, watch it after this. We're at Fuji, we're on racing medium tyres, and the goal difficulty I've put at medium. Because of that turbo, it does kick in quite ferociously, and the goal estimate around a 133.400. Again, it's an estimate. It could go down further. This is just my guess, working out how much time I've got left on the table versus the leaders and everything like that. If you do enjoy this video, do give it a like, do subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content, guides, patch previews, weekly race guides. It's all in there. But without further ado, let's get into this time trial guide then. Let's see if we can get you 2 million credits and that gold. Heading towards turn number 1 on the left-hand side. Okay, you got the 150 board that I've highlighted. I prefer using the grandstand or the start of it there, where you can see it's just step up slowly but surely. They are my 2 brake markers for turn 1. Highly advise you don't try and engine brake in this car. It felt like if you tried to engine brake, you would actually continue braking a bit further. It reduced braking efficiency. That's what I felt at least. Short shift to second gear on exit, and just be careful that turbo. It kicks in ferociously. You want to straighten up the car as quick as you can to really get the maximum out of the car on accelerating. Head towards this left-hander then. On the left-hand side, you got the different colour greys on the barrier, but as it goes from grey to white on that left-hand side, that is my brake marker for this left-hander. Now, the bollards on this circuit, you can just see that from chase cam there as well. The bollards on this circuit invalidate your laps. You notice the bollard on the inside right there. Avoid hitting that, okay? You can use all of the exit there as long as you're on the red bits. And as we go through here, you're looking for that escape road. That escape road is a let's get ready to lift off. Or lift off already if you've done a corner slightly wrong. As you can see, I'm a bit further out than normal. But I'm able to bring this one back. See the escape road there again. I'm just lifting off right now. So I'm going to lift off, on, off. Again, I'm just trying to modulate the throttle here. And then when I get to this second escape road, that's when I want to start accelerating. Now, a lot of the time I wait until I'm at it on this lap. I am trying to get into the top 10 at this time. And I did, thankfully. I'm actually trying to get... start accelerating before I get to that escape road. So just keep that in mind. You can be a bit more patient. Head over towards the right-hand side, and what we're looking for is on the left-hand side. So that curb on the left-hand side, the very end of it, is my brake marker for this left-hander. Now, for this corner, sometimes you'll want to shift down to first gear if you're going to go a bit too deep. Sometimes you'll just want to stay in second. It depends how safe you want to take this corner, okay? Now, obviously, going for one of the world record times, I'm dropping down to first. Second gear is a bit safer. You will suffer some power oversteer. If you do suffer from that turbo, just go to third gear and accelerate out the corner. You should be fine. It's got enough power there, it can pull you out. Head down towards the chicane then on the right-hand side. Yes, there's a Dunlop sign there, but the orange painted barrier on that right-hand side is the better marker in my opinion. You're going to go hard on the brakes for this one, and I do this one quite differently to rank 1 as well. I had a look and I was like, oh, interesting, because I seem to catch up here. So hard on the brakes. I go down to first gear, but then I go to second really early. And I start accelerating in second. It gives me a bit more stability over the rear end. And that's what I was talking about. Avoid that bollard right there. But that's what I was talking about with this car. If you short shift on the previous corner at second to third, you've got that same sort of like stability that you can get from that short shift. Heading towards this right then, we've got the green stuff there on the left-hand side. It goes from grass to green. You can see it better there on the chase cam. And essentially, you're going to dab the brakes and turn in. And you're just trying to get the car turned in. Avoid the bollard there. When you start accelerating, you may get some power oversteer. Turn into it early enough, and it'll just turn straight. It's kind of nice to do. You're predicting that slide, you're turning into it. It's safe to do. The end of the curve there on the left-hand side is your brake marker for this long left-hander. You are going to go head out towards, away from the curb, and then back towards the apex, as you can see right here. I can get words out. I promise I can speak English as I continue on through here. Again, you can use all of the exit there as long as you stay on the red stuff. And as we go towards the right-hand side, there's an orange painted barrier there. It's quite not very well shown here because the lap times are in the way. But it is there, and you will see it, and you'll start going, yes. And it's the mark I use every single time at this track. You can see it a bit better there on chase cam. So the end of the barrier, it's orange painted, quite obvious there. As I turn into here, I drop to first gear and back up to second. Again, you need to straighten up this car very quickly so you can accelerate out. If you're remotely turning and you hit that turbo, you're spinning out and meeting barrier. That's all I'm saying right now. Now, with this car as well, you rev the nuts out of it. You go to 8,000 RPM. You absolutely nuke it. And now you see a 131.3. 130s are definitely possible here as we jump to the pad lap. This is on a pad, so this is something new I said I was introducing here. So we're going to come into here. How easy is it on a pad? Remember, short shift to second on exit. Just be careful that power oversteer. A bit easier to control on the pad in terms of controlling the oversteer, but you get it more easily, if that makes any sense at all. Up here on the left hand side, the dark grey to white barrier there as we go through here, avoiding the bollard, using all the exit there. And as we come to here, we're looking at that escape road, and we're going to start lifting off. And then we're trying to get the car around here, and we see that escape road, and we start accelerating again. End of the curve on the left-hand side, hard on the brakes. I'm in second gear, dropped to first, back up to second there. We're going to get some power oversteer here. Huge amount, but very catchable on the pad as I continue on through here. And continue on down here. I've done about 7-8 laps at this moment on the pad. I had a few invalid laps because I kept hitting the bollards there. On the right side, the orange paint barrier is the brake mark for the chicane. Again, short shift to second and start accelerating through here then. And notice how I can keep up with the ghost there. On a wheel, I'm actually catching the ghost there. The green stuff there on the left-hand side is my brake marker for this one. Again, I'm trying to accelerate early here to avoid, well, just being slow, and turning into the slide there will actually help me actually increase that speed. Through the left-hander we go. Again, I'm trying to get on the throttle very early here, but the turbo kicked in there as we head up. There's the orange painted barrier on the right-hand side. We slow the car down, trying to get it turned in. We're going to start accelerating again. Look at that oversteer. Easily controllable on a pad, a bit difficult on a wheel, but you can be more smooth on a wheel. So a pad definitely can get gold here. This is a 1 minute 32.8, I think, from memory. I don't remember too much. Here we go. Let's find out. Yes, there we go. And that should definitely be a gold time there. Let's go to chase cam then for this final time then. Heading towards turn one, the end of the grandstand there, or start the grandstand, should I say. Hard on the brakes. Drop to first gear. Short shift to second gear. And then I'm trying to straighten the car up as quick as I can. Notice that little straight up there. That allows the car to grip, and then I can accelerate out without too much power oversteer. On the left side, look at the grey, white, light grey, then darker grey there, and then dark grey to white barrier. That's when I hit the brakes, using all of the exit there, staying on the red stuff, and using that escape road as a bit of a judgment here to let off. We're looking for the escape road there. We start accelerating when we get to it, and then we're looking for the end of the curve on the left-hand side, hard on the brakes. You don't have to drop to first gear. I am in second gear. You can actually go to third gear here as well if you are struggling, in order to get that gold time. So now we can rev the nuts out of it, of course, and head down towards the chicane. We are looking for the orange painted barrier on the right hand side. There it is. It hits the edge of the screen. I hit the brakes. First gear. Short shift to second here. And that gives a bit more stability through this corner as we go through there. It's just a slight lift. Accelerate out of here. We nearly touched the bollard, but we avoid it. The light green stuff there on the left hand side. We use as a braking marker. Through we go. End of the curb coming up here is a brake marker. We go out to then come back in. And that obviously allows us to straighten the car up quicker the further out we go, because we're in more of a straight line, if that makes sense. We're reducing the angle. Final corner then, I go quite tight here compared to the gold time, but it's about even, to be honest with you. As we continue on out of here, straighten the car up as quick as you can, accelerate towards the line, rev the nuts out of it, just go, yeah, rev it! 180 mile an hour is the change from 4th to 5th from memory, but we get the 131.3, which is a gold time. It's also in the top 10 leaderboard if you want a ghost to follow in terms of my ghost. I know a lot of you use it, and it is there for you. That's going to be it for this time trial, though. Just think about straightening the car up as you accelerate. They are the key tips I can give you here in terms of this time trial, getting gold and getting 2 million credits. Remember, this car costs 2.5 million. You can rent it for the time trial, of course. And if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe like that graphic has just told you right there. And if you did like it, give it a like as well. 2 companies that help me out there. You can use my code or the affiliate link in the description. 2 videos I had to check out, including the last week's guide there, which has come crazily down. Unbelievable what that gold time is now. But that's it for me, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video live stream again very soon.